Oh, the jostling! Every day I'm jostling! Hello and welcome to Doctor Who Rebrief, where we watch old episodes of Doctor Who, really old episodes, and then talk about them. This week, as we do every week, we've got Phil here.
Hello.
And we've got Chris here. And I'm Rob, and we've just watched the Daleks, it was called?
Yep.
The Dalek serial, a 7-part epic. Phil, what happened? In brief.
In many ways, lots. And in many other ways, not very much. So the TARDIS crew, Ian, Barbara, the Doctor, and Susan, his granddaughter, arrive on the planet Skaro, the Daleks planet, for the first time. There's some. The Doctor is basically being a mean person again because he wants to go investigate the city. They don't want to, so he pretends to sabotage. He sabotages the TARDIS so that they can't go anywhere and they have to go into the city. And they get there, and they find Daleks. And then, it's got 7 episodes, it's hard to remember what happened. What happened next?
So the Daleks captured them. They were getting sick from radiation poisoning because the planet was dead. And then they had to send the girl Susan out to the ship to get some medicine.
And then the Fells find Susan and explain that they left the medicine and give her some more in case the Daleks take out first offer, and then she goes back to give them the medicine. And then the Daleks decide that they need Susan to write to the Fells and tempt them in and trap them and set a booby trap for them when they actually get medicine and administer it to the Daleks. They realise it's actually poison to them, they need the radiation to survive. And God, actually quite a lot happened, didn't it? It just didn't feel like that as we were going. And then, so they need to radiate the whole planet so they can live in it because they actually need the radiation. So they need to re-radiate the whole planet. And so they try and kill the Thals with a neutron bomb. That's basically it, wasn't it? The Thals team up with the TARDIS crew to try and get back to the city again because they escape. Missed that bit.
They killed off all the Daleks with sticks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you thought that explanation was long-winded, we've just watched nearly 2.5 hours to get that. My brain's a little bit fried. I'm seeing everything in black and white.
I do think there were some nice things about it, and I think it did well to set up the Daleks as like you watch that, and then you watch New Who, and you realise what the Daleks have got their roots in. It's that kind of dynamic. It's like Joker Batman, that kind of thing of the Doctor is like good and pure and like wants to help people, and the Daleks are just straight up evil. And I think they did really well in establishing that. But I could have done without any of the jungle people. Or there's a whole episode, I think it's number 5, which is called The Expedition, where they're travelling into the back of the city and is like swinging on ropes and like swimming through swamps, and I was just like, I can't be bothered with this. Phil, what was your take on that?
It could have easily been 5 episodes. I think even in the pacing of old Who, that could have been 5 episodes. And in modern Who, that would be maybe a 2-parter, maybe at most, maybe even just an extended 1-hour special or something. But yeah, so too long. But I you can't, as a long-time Doctor Who fan, you can't help but be slightly thrilled about seeing the first time the Daleks.
Yeah.
And it's a big improvement on the last one with the cavemen. And there's a lot of exciting stuff in there. Some of it drags on a bit. There's a bit too much rope politics.
Yeah.
Last time it was caveman politics. This time it's the how do you use rope?
Job, I haven't been overeating recently. Pay the rope out as I move in, will you?
You're ending the rope around a rock or something, will you?
The rope entered us. How about going down this side on a rope and trying to climb the other?
And give me plenty of rope. Take up the slack, will you? Right. Rope coming over. Rope coming over. Move back from the edge. And catch this rope.
The many ways of using rope, this serial will tell you how to use
It
rope.
reminded me of, those puzzles where you've
Badly.
got like a fox, a chicken and a bag of grain, and you've got to get them all across a river.
I wasn't particularly gripped by the episode, or the episodes, to be honest. I think you're right, if it was just kind of the TARDIS team and the Daleks just sneaking around the city, then that might have been a bit more exciting. It could have cut maybe the middleman out. But like you said, it is exciting to see the Daleks for the first time. What was your highlight, Phil?
My highlight was, I think it's what I've already mentioned. I think it's seeing the Daleks for the first time, and seeing how they were when they first cropped on the scene, and how they've changed so much since then. Knowing what we know now, that just kind of excitement. That Even the really bad shot of the plunger, the first time you see the Dalek, is where you see the plunger coming towards the person in shot, a point of view shot from the Dalek. Even though, by modern standards, that's quite a cheesy shot, it's still a little bit exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought there was actually some quite nice character stuff in this. Like, by the end of the thing, by the end of the 7 parts, the kind of, like, the TARDIS crew have got into it and they're all at each other's throats a bit. And, like, the Doctor's like, well, I want to do this. And they're all like, well, we want to go home. But by the end of it, like, I like how throughout it they've bonded together and they all started trusting each other a bit more. And especially Susan, like, went and really proved her mettle by kind of running through that stony jungle and then getting back with all the medicine and stuff. They're kind of, yeah, they're just like evolving and showing a bit more initiative, and I just think that's quite nice.
The highlight, I think, was the Daleks using their plungers. Because they don't do that in Current Who, but they're picking things up with their plungers, they're bringing people their dinner.
The notes.
Yeah,
The notes.
they're
It's just like
passing,
notes flat on the plunger, and then they
passing
just pass
admin
it to
between each other, and they'll pick things up with the plunger and show it to other Daleks, and then put it down. It's like, why don't they do that anymore? But it does kind of make them feel a bit less threatening when you see them as like a robot butler carrying a tray of food. But I thought that was... I thought it was really funny just seeing them pick things up. They just don't do that anymore. What didn't we like so much, Chris?
So the Doctor basically tricks them all into staying on this planet, right? So he takes out part of his ship, he like sabotages it, and he's like, oh, we'll have to go into the city now. And then 5 episodes later, they get back to the ship and they're like, oh, we don't have the part. And then the Doctor's like, oh, if only I hadn't tried to trick you all. And Ian's like, you know what, none of that matters now. And I'm just like, really? Like, really? Ian, you were paralysed for a bit. Like, you couldn't move. And you all always died of radiation sickness. And he's just like, oh, you know, doesn't matter now, we're here with the thralls. I was a bit frustrated with how easily he got away with, like, nearly killing them all several times. Okay.
A lot of things just get swept under the carpet.
Yeah, it really does. Like the bomb. What were you guys' lowlights?
The countdown for the bomb just stopped. They hadn't done anything. Didn't seem to have done anything to stop it. It's like they disabled the Dalek that was actually counting down, and that meant the bomb didn't go off. It's like if you don't count, if you don't physically count out loud, the bomb won't go off. That's the mechanism. Just really bizarre.
I think the low light for me definitely would be if I'd invested 7 weeks of viewing into that. I think I would have been a bit disappointed.
Do you think it might be a bit more exciting if you didn't watch it all at once, though? Is it watching it all at once and it taking 2.5 hours? Is that part of the problem?
Maybe, but on the other hand, if it was a new series and I'd only just started watching it and this was kind of...
New TV.
Yeah, I might have given up on it.
Did you guys spot any good Doctor Who debuts? I mean, the big one being the Daleks,
Obviously.
and they kind of address some of the issues, like the fact they can't, I like that they dropped in that they all have to use the lift, and there's no stairs. I liked that.
There's lots of things surrounding the Daleks and the mythology of the Daleks. So Skaro, the planet, the Thals, and their war with the Daleks.
We saw the first kiss on Doctor Who.
First smooch.
Ooh boy, pretty raunchy stuff.
On the lip.
It's also the first time we've seen aliens as well, because they went back in time to see the
That's a good
cavemen.
point. Let us know if we missed anything. Was there anything debuted in there? In the comments below. Let us know if we missed anything that debuted as part of the mythology that debuted in this episode.
So who were our eulogies?
My eulogy goes out, moment of silence please, to the Dalek race, who are all dead. We'll probably never see them again.
That's it. Done.
Done. They're gone. That's it. They've just wiped them out, all of them. Every single one in that city is dead, and presumably the planet. Rest in peace, Daleks.
They were a good enemy as well.
I know, they could have made something of those.
What about you, Chris?
I would say in the forest, there was a forest at the start made entirely of metal and stone.
No!
In that forest was a single beautiful flower which Susan plucked from the ground and was like, it's beautiful, I'm going to put it in a glass case when I get back in the TARDIS. And then Ian was like, oh, lovely flower, and then as soon as Barbara called him, he just smushed it into her hand.
Bye then!
So my eulogy goes out to the stone flower. Rest in peace, friend.
R.I.P. Flower.
Yeah.
My eulogy has to go out to the brutally murdered Dalek when they needed to disguise themselves as a Dalek. So they climbed inside of a shell by covering a Dalek's eye in mud off the bottom of Susan's shoe, ripping its head off, killing the creature inside, and then putting Ian inside the shell. It was quite brutal. Imagine in modern Doctor Who if they blinded an alien with mud and then ripped its head off with their hands. Jeez.
It's not its head, it's only its casing.
Well, they ripped the casing of the head off and then pulled the creature out and presumably killed it.
Left it under that blanket. Yeah, that was grim, wasn't it?
So, I mean, that was quite, even though it's a Dalek, it was a pretty brutal ending. So, R.I.P. Dalek friend. But there we go, that was our
Rebrief.
That's right.
I was trying to think of the word. Of the Daleks. So, pretty exciting stuff. We're looking forward to seeing more Old Who. So, do subscribe. Click Phil's face to subscribe to the Rebrief channel, and you'll get it right in your inbox when we do another episode. Click on Chris's face to go and visit my channel where we have Doctor Who Debrief. So if you're a modern Doctor Who viewer, then you can go over there and see our thoughts on the current episodes as they came out. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hey Rob, if you like this sort of thing,
I do, Chris. I
you should
really
watch
do.
our series Class Declassified, where Chris, Rob, Emma, and special guest as well watch the new Doctor Who spin-off Class.
Can't wait. Make
So-
sure you watch it.
Click him, and we'll take you through to that channel. It's proper good. Probably we haven't filmed it yet, but I'm sure it will be.
It'll be great.
Yeah, Class Declassified. Are we really calling it that?
See you there.